We have another is console dot log warn info. All these are various methods, huh? And we have inner HTML, inner text, and outer HTML. All these are various output. Now, another important, we learned about input by using prompt. How to use prompt for input. Now, after understanding, prompt has limited. Problem with prompt is going to display only string input. Now, we will see today how to handle input using form elements. Input using form elements. How to handle input using form elements. That means you can use the form elements. By using those form elements, user can input a value. We can access those values and use them. We will see how to accept input from user, how to present the input. Let's see how to design with the help of form. Form means actually you can use form elements like form elements means like text box, password, date, checkbox, radio, list box, drop down, etc. You can use all of this. By using this, we can design a and user can handle input. Let's see one small example. How to handle. But remember, all controls we cannot see at a time, because to learn about other controls, you need to learn some more programming. If you learn some more programming, then you can handle other controls also. As of now, we will see the basic how to handle. Let's see. I will new page. So let's take the new page here. Yeah, I will design a page for input. Let's go to JavaScript and I will say form input dot HTML. Let's create document with the head, title, form input, and we will use complete bootstrap. So we will use link, relation, style sheet, href, so node modules, bootstrap, dist css, bootstrap.css. We will link relation sheet, href, node modules, bootstrap icons, font, icons, css. In the body, I will use container fluid, and we will link script files, script source, node modules, dist, jquery.js. Another, so node modules and bootstrap in that dist js bootstrap bund.js. Okay, this is all the bootstrap. Now here we will design a simple button. So class btn and btn And here I will give some register product. Okay.
Recording in progress.
On it, I want to show a form. In that form, user can fill the details and submit. Whatever details he submit, we have to collect and display here. So first display here itself, in the page itself, it should display. So first on this button click, we need to open a pop-up. Then we will create a div, class, model, fade, and we will design a div, class, model, dialog, and model content, and model header. And here we will put a heading, register new product, and a button, btn close, and data bs dismiss model. In the div, class, model body, in this we need to design a form. And to design a perfect form, already we learned the rules of designing a form. So what are the rules of designing a form? We need a container, and we have a class margin bottom 2, and we'll have a label, class form label. This label is name, and below this text box, input type is equal to text. And we need to collect the value entered inside the text box. So we should give an ID as product name. Product name is the text box where we will enter the product name. We can collect it with reference of ID. Okay. And we will put a class form control. Okay. This is one category. Similarly, I will copy another category. We will put here the price related text box. Same input type text, ID will be product price. We will put product price. Okay, that is fine. Now another category. Here I will put shipped to. Shipped to, here I will design a drop down, means select. In the select, we have option some Delhi. We have an option Hyderabad. So we have an option some Chennai, like this. And select will have a class form select ID. This is product city. Product name, product price, product city. Okay. And we will add one more container. And in this, we will say stock. Stock, we will put here a checkbox. Input type is equal to checkbox. And checkbox will have an option available. So that is the checkbox ID is product stock. Product stock is checkbox, right? And it is having available. Your wish, you can display checkbox like a switch. You know that. For that, what class we have to use? Form check input, and we have to use a class called form switch. Okay, this is just the checkbox. Okay, next we will design another div class margin bottom 2, and here this is enough. Actually, this is not required. Later we will add more details. As of now, we have name, we have price, we have city, city in a drop down, and we have stock in a checkbox. Okay, after designing, this is in the model, this is in the model body. After designing the model body, then we have a div and the class model footer. In the model footer, we will keep here a button class as BTN and BTN primary, and we will give register. That is the register button available. And we will put another button class BTN and BTN danger and cancel. Here cancel will have data BS dismiss model. Now on OK also it should close. Then data BS dismiss model. Okay, now here this should pop up when the user clicks on register. So that means this model should have a name ID as register. On button click, we have to open. Then data BS target is equal to hash register. Data BS toggle is equal to model. We have to handle it. Okay. Now we will see here when I click register product, it will open the form like this. So we designed a simple form. Remember, so many elements are there. File uploading, radio buttons, meter progress like controls. We can't learn all immediately because for that we need to learn a lot of language. As of now, we are just looking at a simple form input. Later, we can add different controls depending on the requirements. We can design more complex things. As of now, we are creating a simple form. Now, what should happen when user enters the details and clicks on register? These details we have to collect and show. That means user input from a form, we have to collect the details and we have to show them. Generally, we collect the details and we submit to APIs. For that, we need server-side technology, API and all. As of now, we will collect the details and display. Now, where to display? I click on register. Then those details must display here itself somewhere in the page. Okay. For that, what I will do now, below this button, this is button finished. Below the button, I will create another div, some margin top as 3. Here, I will put a heading, the product details. what details they entered, I want to show here. But this product details contains a data list, data term, what it contains, name, another data definition, empty, another data term, price, another data definition, another data term is shipped to, shipped to, and another data definition, data term is stock. We have data definition. These details we want to display, but those details will come from text boxes, drop downs that you entered in a form, right? Now I want to display these details side by side. Then we will use data list class as row, data term class as some column 3, and data definition class as some column 9. All terms will be 3, and all definitions will be 9. Already you know it. So this is side by side. We are displaying side by side, but still the details are not yet ready. Yeah. So what we are using here is, for this name, here the details should come. Then how to display detail inside this data definition? That should have an ID. ID LBL. LBL is just like label. Label name. This is ID. LBL price. This is ID. LBL city. This is ID. LBL stock. Okay. Now, one more point is, I don't want this to display until or unless I click register. That means I will open the form, enter the details, then click on register, then it should show. Right? By default, I don't want this container to display. If I don't want this container to display, I will put style display none. If I put style display none, then it is not displaying. That's good. But later on click, it should display. In that case, to dynamically display this container, it should have an ID. I will put an ID called details container. Details container. This details container should display when user clicks register button. So let's go to register button. This is register button. This register button should have on click. On click, we will write register click. Okay, on register click, we have to write a simple script here. In the head section, script type is equal to text JavaScript and function. What is the function? Register click. Register click. That is the function name. This function will fire up when user clicks register button. On register click, first I need to display this container. Details container should be displayed. How to access that container? Document dot get element by ID. What is it? Details container. On that details container, I need to apply a style. So dot style. What is the style attribute? Dot display. What is the display value? Display value, I will put block. You know that display value can be block or inline or flex or grid. Here we will use block. Block is to display and none is to hide. So now you see here, it is not displaying. I click register product. I will enter the details here. Samsung TV, some price, some city, and so stock available or not. And I will click register. Currently, we haven't written any logic for collecting this information. We written logic only to show the container. You click on register, container will come. That is good. It is working fine. That means the container is displaying. Container is displaying. But the details also should come and display. What we will do now. So here I will do one more. I will add a simple style. Data term. So margin bottom. Not data term, data definition. Margin bottom 10 pixel I will give, so that I can have some space between all these details. Data term also I will use. I will give 20 or 20. Okay. Now you can see some space will come. Name, price, shipped to, stock, some space will come between them. Okay. Now here, remember data definition is right side. You are unable to see it. For that, temporarily, suppose if I say data definition, background color. So suppose light chiffon, like color. Okay, that means it will have light chiffon like color like this. In that, we want to display the details. We want to display the details. Data term also similar, right? So data term, so we have background color. Suppose light cyan. Okay, light cyan color will come. Then I am displaying the details in this way. So data definition width is equal to some 250 pixel. That means now it will be better. It will be showing in this way. Enter data list. So here we will remove. Yeah. In data list itself, because we are giving columns a lot of now, W50 I will give. That means it is going to display the content in this way, product details. Now what should happen is the detail of the product must display there. That means name, price, shipped to, all those details must display there. So how to handle that? Now see, that should display on this register click only. It's very simple, very simple. Where to display name? Name should be displayed inside this LBL name. From where name will come? Name will come from name text box. What is the name text box ID? The name text box ID is a product name. That means now what you have to do, very simple. Document dot get element by ID, LBL name. LBL name is data definition. In data definition, if I want to show anything, then what we have to do? Inner HTML. Because data definition is a container. In a container, if you want to show anything, inner HTML. Without format, then you can use inner text. Inner text without format. So with formats, inner HTML. So inner HTML, what should display? Display the value coming from text box. How to access text box? Document dot get element by ID. Text box ID is product name. Product name is a text box. We have to collect the value inside the text box. That means dot value. That means whatever the value entered in text box, it will collect and it will display here. Same I have to do for price. Document dot get element by ID LBL price dot inner HTML document dot get element by ID product price dot value. That is another text box. Okay, how to collect drop down? So document dot get element by ID LBL city dot inner HTML document dot get element by ID product city is drop down. Product city dot value only. Drop down also have value. You know that every option have a value. Every option have text. Every option have value. Every option have selected and disabled properties. Value will collect the value of drop down. Okay, up to this fine. But checkbox you can't, because checkbox depends on whether they checked or not. Status will be there. For that we need some logic. So I will show you. Let's see. Here up to these three everything fine. Observe, it is working fine. Register. So I will give here product name, suppose Nike casuals. Product price, some price. Okay. Product shipped to Hyderabad. So stock, we haven't written the logic. Up to these three, we return the logic. Click register. Those details will be added. That means whatever the details we collected, we are displaying those details. We are displaying those details. That's very simple. Suppose I want to do some modifications, right? Then what we can do is we will try one thing now. Inside this product details container, here I will put a button. This button will have edit product, edit details. Here I will give class as btn and btn link. It looks like link. And on this button click, again model should open. That means data bs target. Target is register, that is model. Data bs toggle. Bs toggle. Toggle is model. Now you can see that here register name some Nike casuals, price some price, shipped to Hyderabad. Click register, the details will come. I have edit details. When I click edit details, this form will open again. I can do some modifications, change city to Chennai and register, it will change. Later you can change button name also. If they click from edit details, button name can be changed as update. Button name can be changed as update. For that you will learn techniques later. Currently it is showing as register only, because such things you can do later stages. So much work is there. As of now, you can click edit, you can change the price. Okay, then click on register, then it changes. Actually, when you click on these register and define, it is collecting all the details, but stock is not there, because stock depends on whether they checked or not. That means here we need to write one logic. Checked or not, we have to verify. So this is very important. So what is the checkbox ID? checkbox can be accessed by using product stock. So let's go here. Now first collect the checkbox. First collect the stock checkbox. I will declare a simple stock checkbox that is a variable. Later you are going to learn about language, variable, data types and all. As of now, this stock checkbox is going to store your checkbox. How to collect the checkbox? Document dot get element by id, that is product stock. Product stock is a checkbox. Okay, keep it like that. This is checkbox. Now we will put status message. Status message is currently empty. Status message is empty. Okay, now the first option is we will write a condition. If stock checkbox dot checked, checked means it is selected. If checkbox is checked, then status message must be available. That means in status message we will put the word available. Else means if it is not checked, then status message will be out of stock. That means the word available and out of stock depends on the checkbox checked or not. First we have to collect the checkbox. We have to verify whether it is checked or not. If checked, put this available. If not, put this out of stock. This status message we need to display in the last label. That means now what we have to do? Collect the last label. Document dot get element by id lbl stock. lbl stock dot inner html. What should display? Status message. Whatever status message is there, display there. Now your logic is finished. Now you see here, I click here, register product. Register product, and you see here, register product name. Register product name. I entered some name. For example, I entered the name as suppose Nike Casuals. Okay. Price, I entered some price. So shipped to here. And stock available or not, I am saying available. Remember, I already told you lot of conditions will be there. Suppose I moved this, then here itself it should say out of stock. Again I turn on, then it should say available. For that you need to write lot of conditions. I will tell you in next levels how to do that. As of now, available or not, so we can choose like this. This indicates not available. Okay, then click register. Then it should display out of stock. Out of stock. So we will go to edit and we will change this to available. Then register. Now you see it says available. It says available. That means it is going to change the status. If I say out not available, then it will be out of stock. And I click on that and say available, then it says register available. So we can get the name, we can get the price, we can get the shipped to. We are taking input from 4 controls. One is not 4, 3 only. Text box, drop down and checkbox. Like that, radios, list boxes, so many are there. Later you will learn about them, how to handle date, pictures, how to handle and work with them. But for that, we need to design a proper screen. Design a proper screen. For example, see, means lot of logics you have to learn. This is only basic example. You may be thinking like this is very lengthy program. If you ask, is there any shortcut for this? This is the best possible shortcut in JavaScript. If there is any shortcut, then go to jQuery. It is little bit short. More shortcut, go to Angular. Little bit short, but logic will be same. Logic levels will be same, but little bit code will be reduced. But design is same. That means this is only beginning level, very beginning level input program. Now you can imagine the complexity in this. That means how much complex programs will come here. This is just only introduction basics, right? How to handle an input. In that, so many things will come. So many consequences will be there. Everything we have to address. For example, first point here, observe here. So when I click edit details, it should display the button as update. Because when you are editing, it should be like update. When you are first time entering, then it should be like register, right? That means, for example, here, see, when I click here, it is register. After register, it should work as update. That means you can change that also. For example, see here, what is the button? Go to the button. Here, this is the register button. For this register button, give an ID. Register button ID. Register button ID is BTN register. Now, when user clicks this edit details, right? We click edit details. When user clicks on edit details, what should happen? When user clicks on edit details, that means here we have to write on click. On click, I will write a function called edit click. Edit click, right? Here we say, who is this? Okay. Now, when I click on edit click, what should happen? On edit click, what should happen? It should change that name extra. Only that thing it has to do, right? Now, what we will do here, we will write a logic, another function inside the script. What is it? Edit click. On edit click, we have to access the button document dot get element by ID BTN register. It is also a container. HTML5 buttons are containers. HTML4 buttons will have value. But HTML5 buttons don't have value. They are container. You can put picture, you can put paragraph, you can put heading inside them. Anything you can put in a button. In that case, we have to use inner HTML. Inner HTML, what should be the text? We will put update. Update is the text inside it. Now see what happens here. Generally, register, it is register only. I am entering some name, I am entering some price, I am entering some city, and I am selecting here stock available or not. And here I will click on register, the details come. When I click on edit details, it shows update now. That means I am changing this here and click on update button. That means it will update the stock. That means first time it is register, second time it is update, depending on from where you are choosing it. So that is how we manage the details. I am changing here. So this is changed here and click on update. That is updated. We are updating the name Samsung some LED TV and click on update. That will update the details. That is updating the information. Like this, lot of options are there. For example, how to upload a picture, how to upload other details, how to input the other details. So much work is there. Actually, suppose I have to upload a picture, then what should happen? See, if I have to upload a picture, let's go to the form. Inside the form now, after the drop down checkbox here, another div. So this is class MB2, margin bottom 2. And here we have a label and upload photo, right? Upload photo. Now here, remember, there are so many logics later you will learn. Class, so form, label. Okay, right. Here, what is the input you have to give? Input type is equal to file. Input type is equal to file. ID is equal to product photo. Okay, I need to access the value inside that product photo. Actually, this is input type file. If I want to access it, let's see one thing now. Because before implementing anything, we need to first get its details. So see here, what is the file? It is what it is submitting. Here on register click, temporarily, I will put here console log. You know why I'm using console log. Console log is to test what is happening first. We will use document dot get element by ID. What is it? Product photo. Product photo dot what value. We are accessing the product photo value and displaying. Let's check that here. Register, and here all these details are fine, but important one more work we have to do. That is here I click on choose file. I selected some photo, some car gif or something. I selected car gif dot gif, and let's go to the inspect option here. Actually, in the inspect, we have to go to console. In the console, I click on register, and you see that is the fake path is coming. Remember, it is returning the fake path here. Now, if it is returning the fake path, you already know that these physical paths we cannot use in web programming. We have to use only virtual path. Now, what you have to do is you must able to get only file name. You must able to get only the file name, and that file name you have to map to the path in your project as a virtual name and upload the photo and display in an image. So a lot of work is there, because for that you have to learn how to extract the name from here. For that we need to learn JavaScript, string handling. So much is there. Through string handling, you will learn how to slice the name, how to get only this path. After that, you will learn how to create image, how to apply path to that image and display. That is the reason in first day itself, you will have excitement that I want to upload photo, how. But that is very complicated. For that, you have to finish lot of things in JavaScript, right? So you can learn everything, but level by level. You can do everything, but level by level, because you cannot do that without using any string functions and all. Lot of work will be there. I will show you temporarily. Actually, we have to get this name. Then generally what we do is here, see what I am doing is this product photo dot value is getting the complete path. It is getting the complete path. What I will do here, simple, I will write like this now. See, first I will put a simple option. This is returning the path. Okay, yeah, actually path is equal to, it will get the path. This path we have to use path dot substring. We use substring, and in that we use, so here uh, extract from which location, path dot path dot last index of slash. Like this I am writing, observe carefully now. So and slash here plus one, here last index of slash plus one, I am writing like this. Now see what happens. I click register product, choose a file. I am selecting car.gif file, open and click on register. You can see the fake path is coming. And very important is still the fake path only coming. That means you are extracting the path and displaying that path, right? But still the fake path only coming. You can see register. Now choose file and select a file and open the file and click on register button. You can see the fake path only coming. Because even you use all these functions, it is going to retrieve only that physical path, right? Then what you have to do is you need to learn about file handling. By using file handling, you can get the extension of the file, extension of the file. If you get the extension and the name of the file, then you can apply that to image. So much work is there. That is the reason we will not even try to explain these kind of things in the beginning level, because lot of confusion will be there without knowing detailed JavaScript. Many people ask first day how to upload photos, sir. That is the last day topic in JavaScript. That means by the end of JavaScript you will able to do it, because for that lot of things you have to learn. It's not very simply like you selected a photo, it will upload and display, right? So that is the reason here input is only, we are looking with simple form elements. Others we will discuss and use later. No hurry in that. Okay, as of now, because we don't even know what is a variable now, that is the reason I am just giving only basic parts. Okay, one more point here. We are using text box, we are using drop downs, and we are using checkbox here. And here the button we changed according to edit and other options, we are changing the button. For example, sometimes what happens, directly we put a form without any pop-ups, we directly put a form and user submits, those details will come. Sometimes what we do is while typing itself we will update. That means user is typing the name, right side we will show what name he is typing. For that we need to learn various events. That means when you want to update, while typing you want to update, on click you want to update, on change you want to update, so much logic is there. Those all we are going to learn and understand, right, how to handle them. But this is very basic example how to handle input from form. Only two steps are required. What is step one? First step is collect value from element. Collect value from form element. How to collect value from form element? Document dot get element by id, get element by id, some product name and a dot value, like this. After collecting it, so step 2, second step, what we have to do? display value, display value in any container, in any container. That means now finally it becomes like this: document dot get element by id, get element by id. Here some lbl name dot inner html is equal to document dot get element by id, get element by id product name dot what value. That's how we need to define. So technically how we can handle and display the values, right? That is how we need to define. So this example I will give you. We will take an example. Let's copy this and paste this. This is the complete example for form input. This is the complete example for form input. We are maximum utilizing the concept of Bootstrap. Whatever we learned in Bootstrap, we are using it and we are designing. Now, once you are good with how to handle input and output, now we can start programming in JavaScript, right? Now, till now, what you have learned, how to handle the basic two things you have learned. So, what is the summary? The topics you have learned. One is how JavaScript is integrated into HTML page. That is one. Inline embedded external end. How JavaScript, how JavaScript refers HTML. That means DOM hierarchy, get element by ID, tag name, class names, and all. Next point. So how to handle output, how to handle output. That means how to present output. And next, how to handle input. These are the basics for starting with JavaScript. Once you know this, now we can start programming in JavaScript. We have to learn the programming in JavaScript. So these are the basic things you have learned, right? Now I will give you one small task you try to do. One small task you try to do. That means various input options and try to collect that information and display. That means what is the task for you is, the task is nothing but, so you have to design a registration form. You have to design a registration form with username, password, date of birth, age, email, website address. Website address means what it is? URL, right? URL. And city, and gender. Gender, user can select male or female, like options, like gender. That is the option we have to design. Design a registration form with all these details and display the details. That's it. Same like product. But this time extra work what you have to do. So extra work what you have to do, you have to use username text, password input type password, date of birth input type date, right? Date. Age input type number, and email input type email, website input type URL, and city drop down, and gender radios. Try radio. Try. Think yourself. Just I showed you checkbox. You try radio. If you are unable to do, I will show you in the class how to handle the radios, right? Now, when user clicks register, those details must be displayed there. Means what details they entered, including password, everything should be displayed there, what they entered. If you can design this, now we will go into the JavaScript language basics. Now we will start with JavaScript language basics. And in JavaScript language basics, once you start learning these basics, more complexity will come. In that, we are going to discuss variables, data types, operators, and statements and functions. This all comes under language basics. Variables, data types, operators, statements, and functions. After that, you will go into JavaScript OOP concepts, object oriented programming. But before that, first we will see JavaScript language basics. In the language basics, we have to learn all these things. That we'll see in next session. Tomorrow we will do that. This is enough. First, you have to practice this, because already I told you, in coming days you cannot catch my speed 100%. You will ask that, sir, please give little gap for us, because very complicated, complex things will come. That is the reason, no hurry. First understand, practice. Once you are perfect, then you can go to next level. Otherwise it will be very complicated. It is not so easy like you have spent with JavaScript and HTML and Bootstrap. It's very complex. Lot of brain thinking is required now, logically, that you will feel. That's the reason, first practice up to this, then we will go detail now. What are variables, data types, that we will see in next session. Tomorrow we will do. By tomorrow, try to design this example and submit in class. I will see. Right? Interface must be good. User interface must be good. You have to design it. Okay. Tomorrow we'll continue then. Right.